Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, I think it's time for two-tier Keir Starmer to take another lecture.
How you've got the guts to come to this city after you have been being interviewed and doing columns for the Sun newspaper, after the way we as a city were abused, and after the way we as a city, the Hillsborough victims were abused by that paper, and you've come here. Secondly, you lied to us about uniting the party. I'm still a Labour Party member, and you've expelled and witch hunted in the most vicious way I've ever seen in my life.
So, guys, I'm just stopping it there quickly. I've seen this part of the video. I haven't seen all of it. And I must say, I've put down the link and the name of the person who actually dropped this video down here below, so you can actually see it in the description and you can look at it at your leisure. But it's really interesting to see Keir Starmer's face. He looked like he didn't want to be anywhere near the vicinity of this lady who has given him a well-deserved lecture, which is absolutely, definitely warranted in his case. And she said another word which seems to be following Keir Starmer wherever he goes. She used the word liar. So it's almost like word association. So where you hear the word or you see the word and the name Starmer, Keir Starmer, it is, well, it seems to be followed by the the word liar each and every time. And guys, it reminds me of was he the pub landlord from Bath who was a Labour supporter? Again, he accused Keir Starmer of lying. I'm just going to drop that again because it's really interesting to see. And I don't really know exactly when this was done, but I'm guessing this was done maybe 6 months or so ago. It may have been longer. I'm not too sure, but we will go more into this. I just want to play this in full. Just let you see for yourself and just let me know down here in the comment section. But make certain you keep it clean, people, and you keep it on the right side of, who is it? Sir Keir Starmer's army of, what do you call it? Sir Keir Starmer's standing army of police. Just make certain that they don't hunt you out. Anyway, let's check this out. So this is two-tier Keir Starmer getting a well-deserved lecture.
How you've got the guts to come to this city after you have been being interviewed and doing columns for the Sun newspaper, after the way we as a city were abused, and after the way we as a city, the Hillsborough victims were abused by that paper, and you've come here. Secondly, you lied to us about uniting the party. I'm still a Labour Party member, and you've expelled and witch hunted in the most vicious way I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I've been a member of the Labour Party for a long, long time. You have absolutely said you had 10 pledges, you were going to carry on the Corbyn legacy. And ever since, you've done nothing to distance yourself from the ideas which tens of thousands of people joined the Labour Party to support. And all you've done is feed into the Tory ideology of not supporting strikes, of carrying on with the privatisation of our health service. You're doing everything to feed into a Tory victory. Because we may as well have a Tory if we have a person like you who lies to the party, dishonesty, and our health services go right down the pan. And you have a big responsibility, the working class people of this country. Excuse me, don't be getting physical.
No, I'm not touching you. Can you move back then, please?
You're touching my breast.
Can you move back, please?
Now move back.
Can you move back, please? Toilet's over that way.
Well done, this lady, for standing her ground. And when the other guy grabbed her body parts, that technically is an assault. So, well done. I'm going to play that again at some point because there were a few points the lady wrote. The lady rose in her lecture towards Keir Starmer. So this is the art of resistance. So this was done on the art of resistance. But just to go back into this. So when the lady was talking about a witch hunt, I'm not sure if she was referring to what came out of the Labour Party. So at the time between Corbyn being the leader, and then Keir Starmer taking over. Because I know about that. There was areas about that witch hunt that was conducted within the Labour Party, but it also produced reports like the Ford report, which exposed Labour's anti-black and anti-Asian racism. It exposed there was a lot of, was it called, WhatsApp messages going on where the language was absolutely outrageous that was going on, and how they view and treat members. So there was anti-Semitism, there was the way they treated black people in the party, and other abusive behaviours within the party of the Labour. And Keir Starmer tried to keep that under wraps. He didn't want that released, that Ford report, but it's there, and I'll definitely link it into this description as well. So I think this is what the lady was talking about as well, about the Labour Party. And she also mentioned how Keir Starmer was basically, in her words, a Tory just with a different coloured coat. So she said that if you're going to have those Tory policies, then you might as well be a Tory and not a Labour. So Keir Starmer seems to be all things to all people at all times. And I've been digging into his past to say who is the real Keir Starmer, because I don't really know who the real Keir Starmer is. And I'm not sure if any of you guys do either. It looks like he aims, or he'll say anything to get into that position. And once he's in the position, then he'll forget, he'll develop amnesia, and he'll probably tell you, I never said that, I didn't do that, I don't need to take any lectures from you or me, which is probably his favourite phrase. But it's just interesting to hear this lady. And did you see Starmer? I was about to say Corbyn, sorry. Did you see Starmer? He looked like a child, didn't he? A child. A rabbit stuck in the headlights. He didn't know which way to turn. He was looking at his handlers. What's that program? I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. He was trying to say to his handlers, get me out of here. He had his moment where he got absolutely told, and the lecture that he deserved. So I'm just going to play it one last time, people, because it just needs to be played.
How you've got the guts to come to this city after you have been being interviewed and doing columns for the Sun newspaper, after the way we as the city were abused, and after the way we as a city, the Hillsborough victims were abused by that paper, and you've come here. Secondly...
So the quality of the video, I was thinking this was done quite a long time ago. I might not be right there. So it looks like this is Merseyside. That's what it looks like to me. And because this lady's referring to Hillsborough, and the Sun newspaper, so I know that there is some animosity between the City of Liverpool, the Sun newspaper, because of what happened in Hillsborough. The Sun, if I remember rightly, I'll just say allegedly, because I can't remember rightly, but I think allegedly the Sun was saying some horrific thing about the Liverpool fans. They actually blamed the Liverpool fans for what happened at Hillsborough, and they said even worse than that, which I'm not going to go into. I'm not going to go into that. So from that day forth, Liverpool and the Sun do not have a good relationship. So I'm not 100% certain exactly when this video was taken. It looks like this was just been taped off the TV. So it is what it is, people. But yeah, we're going to go into this again.
You lied to us about uniting the party. I'm still a Labour Party member, and you've expelled and witch hunted in the most vicious way I've ever seen in my...
So she's talking about uniting the party, and there are a lot of people in the Labour Party who feel almost disenfranchised because of the way Starmer and others higher up the hierarchy in the Labour Party have acted. So this lady is not saying anything that I haven't heard before, and it's really interesting that Keir Starmer isn't defending himself, not one iota, and that speaks volumes to me.
Lifetime, and I've been a member of the Labour Party for a long, long time. You have absolutely said you had 10 pledges, you were going to carry on the Corbyn legacy.
Look how awkward he is. He wants to be anywhere but in that cafeteria.
And ever since you've done nothing to distance yourself from the ideas which tens of thousands of people joined the Labour Party to support, and all you've done is feed into the Tory ideology of not supporting strikes, of carrying on with the privatisation.
So there's people outside who are demonstrating as well. I'm amazed that Starmer hasn't got his standing army of police to remove them. Little boy lost. Little boy lost.
Of our health service, you're doing everything to feed into a Tory because we may as well have a Tory if we have a person like you who lies to the party, dishonesty, and our health services get right down the pan, and you have a big responsibility, the working class people of this country. Excuse me, you're just, don't be getting physical.
I'm not touching you. Can you move back then, please?
You're touching my breast.
Can you move back, please?
Now move back.
Can you
I
move
want
back,
to get
please?
to the toilet.
Toilet take that way.
Oh, guys. Guys, that was really interesting. It was enlightening as well to see that this lady is a Labour Party member, she said. So not just a Labour Party supporter, but a Labour Party member. And she had some really curt words for Keir Starmer. If any of you know exactly when this video was done, please let me know down here in the comment section, because I have an idea, but until I know for certain, then my viewpoint will be a little bit different, so I can't really razor in on what I want to say. But it's really interesting to see that on the back of, in 2020, during lockdown, we had the Labour supporter, the Labour voter. I think he was the pub landlord from Bath. And again, he was physically manhandled as well from Keir Starmer's handlers. But he told Keir Starmer to get out of his pub. So it's not just people who aren't Labour voters and Labour supporters, but within the party itself. Keir Starmer is not a really liked man, and he's not really trusted. The word liar has been used around Keir Starmer too many times for there to be no fire without the smoke and no smoke without the fire. Guys, it's really interesting to see that the words and the word association, Starmer and liar, seem to sit in a bed so perfectly, like two peas in a pod. Anyway, let me know down here in the comment section what you think about that. It's just something that just dropped into my box. I was looking to do another reaction on something else, which I'll probably do maybe later on if I have the time. I've bashed my hand. I don't know what I've done to it, but it feels like, do you know, is it, some say it's like your funny bone? It feels like that. I don't know what's happened to my hand. It's, ugh. Anyway, I need to sort that out. I'm falling to pieces. But even though I might be falling to pieces here at Urb'n Bars, it will not stop me lasering in on people like Keir Starmer, because I always say verbs, not words. And the words coming out of Keir Starmer's mouth do not tie up, and they do not tie in with his verbs, with his actions. But his words and rhetoric have been absolutely devastating to a lot of communities and a lot of areas in this country. Absolutely devastating. So I'm going to continue to dig into Keir Starmer, dig into his past, and to try to find out just who is the real Keir Starmer. There's lots of rumours going on around about him, and all around and up and above and below him, etc., etc. I'm not really going to focus on those rumours, not until they become fact, but I will dig into his past, and I will dig into the party, the Labour Party, and just to see also around their manifesto as well. I haven't done a video yet about the energy, so your bills will start to be going up this month, and even this week you should start to get your first bills that have gone up. I think, is the tariff gone up by 10% or something, maybe more? So we've got the winter fuel allowance coming into effect right now as we speak, and I think that was one of Labour's manifestos when they said that they would reduce the bills of the population by, was it £150, something like that? I can't remember the exact amount, but it seems they've reneged already on those bills, not just for the OAPs, but for everyone else in general. So it looks like things are starting to unravel really quickly around the Labour Party, around Keir Starmer, around his gifts, and around so many other areas that we need to talk about. But yeah, let me know what you think about this video about what this lady said? Did she get it right? Was she out of order in confronting Keir Starmer as he was sitting down at the cafeteria to have a bit of a pit stop? I don't know. Let me know down here in the comment section. Anyway, guys, make certain that you don't bash your hand or anything like that, because I'm in absolute agony. But make certain, guys, that you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and please come back to the next Urban Vase reaction, guys.